She doesn't owe me anything. I don't owe, neither of us owe anybody anything except like
Picture this. You're cuddled up on the couch with your partner, scrolling through old photos when, bam, you spot a picture of their ex taped to the fridge. Not a recent one, not a secret stash, just one that somehow survived the great purge of moving in together. Now, imagine that picture is not a fridge magnet, but tattooed forever on their body. That's the position Hailey Bieber, wife to international pop icon Justin Bieber, allegedly found herself in. Only the photo isn't just any ex. Oh no, it's Selena Gomez, the woman the internet still won't stop tying to Justin's past. Add in the fact that every corner of social media thrives on dissecting this love triangle, and you've got a story juicier than your favorite reality TV show. So, did Hailey actually confront Justin over his tattoo tribute to Selena, and why does this tiny patch of ink still make headlines years later? Grab your popcorn, because today we're unpacking the tattoo that just won't quit, the wife who isn't having it, and the fandoms that keep this saga alive. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this ride. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. Before we dive into Hailey's side of the story, we have to go back to the early 2010s, an era where Tumblr mood boards reigned supreme and Justin Bieber was the ultimate teenage heartthrob. During his whirlwind, on-again, off-again relationship with Selena Gomez, Justin decided to make things permanent, not with a ring, but with ink. He got a tattoo of Selena on his wrist, a soft, angelic portrait that fans immediately recognized as their queen. For Yelena's shippers, yes, that's what they were called. It was a sign of undying love. For everyone else, it was one of those decisions you regret the second your friend with the tattoo gun hands you a mirror. Hailey Baldwin, who later became Hailey Bieber, entered Justin's life first as a fan. Yes, she once attended a Bieber meet and greet like the rest of us mortals, and later as a close friend. Their friendship eventually blossomed into romance, and by 2018, they were married in a whirlwind courthouse ceremony. Hailey went from supermodel to Mrs. Bieber, instantly stepping into the most heavily scrutinized marriage in celebrity culture. But unlike other wives of pop stars, Hailey faced a unique challenge. She wasn't just marrying Justin, she was also marrying his history with Selena. And boy, does the internet love reminding her of it. Every Instagram post Hailey shares is bombarded with comments about Selena. Even when she promotes her beauty line, Rhode, there are people who derail the comment section with Yelena references. The tattoo, then, became a sore spot not only for Hailey, but also for fans who couldn't resist stirring the pot. Rumors swirled that Hailey confronted Justin, asking why he hadn't erased the permanent tribute to his ex. And honestly, who wouldn't ask? Imagine trying to enjoy a romantic dinner and realizing your husband's wrist is essentially a tiny billboard for his ex-girlfriend. Wouldn't you, at the very least, bring it up with a touch of sass? Now, here's where things get juicy. While no one has leaked footage of the exact confrontation, and thank goodness, because some moments should stay private, insiders and fan accounts claim Hailey addressed the issue head-on. The story goes that she wasn't shy about asking Justin why he hadn't fully removed the ink. She reportedly wanted him to either cover it completely with new art or finally commit to the laser removal process. And honestly, can you blame her? Tattoos tell stories, and this one screams Selena louder than a stadium of fans singing "Come and Get It." For Hailey, who has worked tirelessly to establish her identity not just as Justin's wife, but as a force in fashion and beauty, that tattoo represented something she had to compete against every single day: the lingering shadow of Yelena. The confrontation wasn't about insecurity, it was about respect. Because when your partner says, "You're the love of my life," but their arm whispers, "Remember Selena?" Yeah, that's a problem. The big question fans asked was this: would Justin choose to respect Hailey's wishes and finally remove it, or would he hold onto this piece of history as a permanent scar of love lost? Of course, no celebrity drama is complete without fan armies storming the comments section like it's a medieval battlefield. On one side, you have Hailey supporters who argue that she's totally justified. If he really loves her, he should remove it, they cry, flooding Twitter and TikTok with takes hotter than a fresh latte. On the other side, Yelena shippers, yes, they're still alive and thriving, insist that the tattoo is a part of Justin's journey and shouldn't be erased. To them, it's not just ink, it's history, a permanent scrapbook of young love. Psychologists often say that holding onto artifacts from past relationships is normal, but displaying them in a shared space can cause friction in new relationships. In other words, if you keep your ex's hoodie, your partner might raise an eyebrow. If you keep your ex's face tattooed on your wrist? Yeah, expect a confrontation. Hailey's reaction, then, isn't about being jealous. It's about wanting to live in a present where she isn't constantly competing with a ghost from the past. It's about creating emotional clarity. So, is Justin clinging to sentiment, or is he just really bad at booking laser removal appointments? That's the million-dollar question, and the answer might be a mix of both. After all, erasing the tattoo isn't just a cosmetic procedure, it's symbolic. And symbols, especially ones attached to first loves and formative years, are tough to let go of. But if love is about choosing your partner every day, then maybe it's also about choosing to let go of the ink that belongs to yesterday. The only difference is, when we regret a tattoo, our coworker at the office might notice. When Justin regrets his, the entire world notices. And unlike most, he's dealing with a wife who has to share the spotlight with the ghost of a teenage romance adored by millions. For Hailey, it's not just about competing with a past relationship, it's about competing with a cultural phenomenon. Justin and Selena weren't just a couple, they were a brand, a headline, a fandom identity. And that's not easy ink to erase, no matter how many sessions with a laser. It's easy for outsiders to say, it's just ink, get over it, but for Hailey, the tattoo represents something deeper. She's built her career in fashion and beauty, carving out her own identity in an industry that often reduces her to Justin's wife. The constant comparisons to Selena aren't just annoying, they're exhausting. The tattoo, to Hailey, isn't just about Justin's past, it's about the world refusing to let her live in the present. Imagine building your brand, launching your skincare line, collaborating with top designers, and still being overshadowed by something your partner did years ago. The confrontation then becomes symbolic, Hailey asking Justin to choose her not just in private, but publicly. To erase the ink is to declare, once and for all, that the Yelena chapter is closed. And isn't that what every partner wants, to feel like the one, not the replacement? Now let's zoom out. Why do we care so much about this tattoo? Why does a patch of ink on Justin Bieber's wrist inspire TikTok theories, Twitter wars, and endless tabloid headlines? The answer is simple. Celebrity culture thrives on unfinished stories. Selena and Justin's romance was the soundtrack of an entire generation's teenage years. For many, their breakup felt personal, like the end of a rom-com before the credits rolled. Seeing Hailey confront Justin over that tattoo is like watching a sequel we didn't know we wanted. It also speaks to our own lives. Haven't we all, at some point, felt haunted by someone's past? Haven't we wondered if our partner still carries pieces of old loves in their hearts or on their skin? The Bieber tattoo saga resonates because it's not just their story. It's ours, magnified through fame, money, and Instagram filters. And that's why it refuses to die. Every time this tattoo resurfaces in headlines, it sparks larger conversations about relationships, closure, and self-expression. Fans debate whether it's healthy to keep reminders of exes, whether partners have the right to demand changes, and whether tattoos should even be considered permanent when laser technology exists. It sparked think pieces, podcasts, and YouTube breakdowns with millions of views. Even Selena herself, though she's remained largely quiet about the tattoo, is constantly dragged into the discourse, proving that even when you move on, the internet won't always let you. So, will Justin ever remove the tattoo? Or will it remain a faded relic of a love story that defined his youth? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Hailey's confrontation, whether whispered in private or magnified in the media, represents something we can all relate to, the desire to be chosen fully, without shadows from the past. In the end, maybe that's why this story resonates so much. It's not just celebrity gossip, it's a mirror of our own struggles with love, closure, and identity. And while the internet will keep dissecting every photo of Justin's wrist, the real story is about a couple trying to build a future while the world refuses to let go of their past.